Welcome to Engineering Scale Models, where the details live. How's everybody doing today on this Warhammer Kit Bashing Wednesday? Have I got a special treat for you, as you can see in the title of this video. It is going to be my top 10 Warhammer kits for kit bashing of 2019. Now, it's not my overall best forever. It's what I found that did the best kit bashing for me in 2019. And if you watch any of my videos, I did some Tech Marines, I did some Servitors, I did some Blood Angel stuff, so I'm going to be a little bit on that end, but I also have a couple generic ones, so let's get to it. So I'm going to go to the overhead camera for two honorable mentions that came in very handy for me when I was working with doing some kit bashing of the Blood Angels. So it is the Blood Angels Death Company right here, and it is also the Blood Angels Sanguinary Guard. If it wasn't for these two kits, I wouldn't have been able to kit bash my Tech Marine or a Smash Captain. So these are great Blood Angel kits. So I'm not going to go into detail on these, just these are my honorable mentions. And just wanted to throw them out there. If you're kit bashing Blood Angels, which I did a lot this year, they're going to be two great kits for bits in pieces. Okay, now I said top 5, and I have a number 6 because I think if you are going to go hardcore into kit bashing a certain faction and you want to customize all your HQs and all that stuff, I recommend getting a start collecting box for your faction. So if you got Necrons, get a Necron start collecting box, and basically, build the big unit, kit bash the HQ with the bits and pieces in there. If you can afford it, get a start collecting box for kit bashing pieces. That's what this Blood Angel box is. It's basically for kit bashing pieces. It's not for building for the army. It's basically for kit bashing stuff, because it's basically going to be a Primaris army. So the Tactical Marines really didn't do me any good in there. But Tactical Marines are great for kit bashing, great for magnetizing and getting a lot of different weapon options and all that stuff. So there's also heavy weapons in here, and just it's a good starting point for jumping onto kit bashing for a faction if you get the start collecting box. So that's my number 6, and it always comes with an HQ, a unit, and then normally a bigger unit of a single thing normally. So you get a lot of pieces and things like that. Okay, now number 5 is not a Warhammer kit, but they contain tons and tons of pieces that can be put on there, say Greeblies and things like that. It is a tank kit, any tank kit. This is a TACOM tank kit that has a full interior. Now I recommend 1/35 scale because you can get them in full interior, and I'm gonna show you what some of the cool little parts are in this kit since it's number 5. But you get thousands of parts in here. So I'm gonna go here like so, and you can see that if you look on these sprues, there are tons of little parts in all different shapes and sizes that you can stick on your models. If you're kit bashing a bunch of vehicles, there's wheels, there's vents, there's tons of different things you can use if you are into kit bashing, and there is just sprue after sprue after sprue, thousands of parts that you can use for your kit bashing needs. And I find, I have one of these with a full interior. It's not a TACOM kit, it's a Ryfield model kit. I didn't like the way the model was going together, and I said, that's it, I'm not building any more of this. I'm going to use it for kit bashing parts, and I use a lot of it on my AdMech army, some on my Custodes bikes to make them all custom made to make the shield captain stand out and things like that. So it's nice. It's a nice way to get some bits and pieces. Some nice highly detailed 1/48 scale tanks will provide some nice pieces if they have a high part count. I like the 1/35 with a full interior because the part count's insane, and there's normally a lot of detail, and you can cut some of that detail off and use other parts of the detail and things like that for various things. It's an outside of the box idea for kit bashing, is I think using a model kit that's not part of Warhammer. So next up on the list is, this will fit on this camera, but we'll show it on this corner camera, is the Space Marines Vanguard Veteran Squad. This came in super handy for my Smash Captain, and anybody that's ever built a Smash Captain for Blood Angels knows it's cheap and cheesy, and it needs one of these. This is one of the better kits for getting jetpacks and melee weapons. You get the power claws, you get the thunder hammers, swords and power swords and chain swords. But I'll give you a look at what some of this looks like. Nice jetpacks, nice detail. You get plenty of the power hammers, the thunder hammers. You get some nice claws. If you're doing any kind of Space Marine stuff, you need jump packs for your people. You need some cool shoulder pads. You want to deck out an HQ. It doesn't have to be a Blood Angels HQ. You can use these guys here. Looks like you got 3 set of power claws. You got storm shields. You got chain swords, you got a power sword. You got some nice stuff. I even at one point took a set of this and I swapped out my, what was it? My Death Watch Captain with his Xenos blade. I switched it with one of these bigger, more epic looking blades right here to make it even more epic looking. So you can do things like that. You get a nice axe. Just a great kit for detail. Even the chest plates look good. You can take one of these and a tactical marine set and make a whole entire squad, all customized. Even just doing Vanguard veterans, you can customize them with start collecting box pieces, or you can make your own custom tactic marines with jump packs, depending on the lore of your army. This is number 4. This is a great kit. Like I said, this is the kits of 2019. This kit came in very handy in 2019. This is actually my second kit. I plan on doing some stuff with this kit in 2020. So you may be seeing this kit again in that respect of parts again. Now, if you need heavy weapons, which who doesn't need heavy weapons? I have this right here. This is the Space Marine Devastator Squad. This is, I know we're going all Primaris and all that stuff, but right now there are not a lot of options and they're expensive and you don't have a lot of bits lying around. But you get Devastator Squad, you get tons of heavy weapon options, missile launchers, heavy bolters, las guns. I use these for making servitors. You got plasma cannons, just a ton of heavy weapons for Space Marines. You can even chaos them up and give them just some chaos guys. You can even augment the shoulder pads, give them to some Imperial Guards. So they're very useful. You can even make it look like your Gene Stealers have stolen some tech and are using it. There's a lot of different options you can do with this Devastator Squad kit. There's tons of different pieces on here. There's even power claws. I saw a power claw on here, right here, power claw. Just like I said, a missile launcher. There's a nice little set of some good looking heads. The heads on here, if you look at those heads right there, those are great heads for HQs. I think if you're looking for a head without a helmet, you look at you even got some hands, closed hands, open hands. I mean, for kits, this is it. I mean, if you need kits for just weird bits and pieces to add details to your kits, I mean, you got it. You want to add an ammo pile to your base? Boom, there's an ammo pile you can add to your base. This is a great kit for that. You even got plasma pistols. You got mini bolt pistols. You got storm bolter pistol. You got hand weapons in here. You got bolters. I think that's a grab pistol. So, I mean, there is tons and tons of one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons. This is a great kit for doing some kit bashing stuff. You get plain shoulder pads. You even have some marked shoulder pads. It's a nice set for kit bashing for sure. You even got your combis with your flamer, your plasma, grav, and furnace. And you got an axe, just a power fist. I mean, this is a great kit for pieces. I mean, look at that servo head kind of thing. I mean, there's just some great parts here for all kinds of kit bashing needs. So this is a very good kit. This is the Space Marines Devastator Squad. I have the close-up camera, but you can see it in the corner. That's that kit. It's a good kit. Now, number 6 is more of a final details item for your base detail and things like that. I find that this right here, I know this is kind of like a cheesy, it's already a kit bashing kind of thing, but this right here up in the top corner is the Sector Imperialis large base detail kit. It comes with all these different things in there that you can use for bases, and you don't have to only use this stuff here. This is all what it comes with painted, so I'll just show you this. It comes with painting colors on it, but you can cut these pieces up into any shape and put it on bases. If you do a lot of knights, this is great for rubble terrain. If you do a lot of big base stuff, this is great for rubble terrain. I even used one of these large pieces here for Balrusius Call to kind of be walking up on a slope, like he's walking up that debris. So there's a lot of stuff. There's light posts to put in the background. There's all kinds of great stuff. So this is number 2. It's the Sector Imperialis large basing detail kit. This is a great kit for just bits and pieces, and you need covers to cover a circle. You have different sizes. You need to cover up a spot that doesn't look good. You're going to find a piece in here that's going to cover it up and be with the theme of Warhammer. So this is a great kit. This comes out with all my builds, whether I use it or not. I drop this on the table and I go to it and take a look at it to see if there's something I want out of here to be used on it. So that's that. And finally, some of you may have guessed this one as my number 1 kit, because I basically grab something from here for everything, because it has so much to offer. And this is my last one, so a lot of it's been cut away, but it is the Cataphren Battle Servitors from the AdMech kit. You get 3 of these Cataphren destroyers. I think they're decent in the game. Got a little better last year or this year with last year's chapter approved in Vigilus book, but I don't know how they are for this year. But for bit-wise, these are great. You got tracks you can use for a base. You got all kinds of flamers and cool-looking backpacks. If you're doing anything AdMech, this is the way to go. If you're building Tech Marines, this is the way to go. Like I said, this was 2019's list, and I built that Tech Marine, and I built Servitors, and I've done a lot of AdMech kit bashing, and this is my go-to kit. I mean, you can even, cut this flamer off and put it on a vehicle. You can hack up these armor platings and use them. You can use, see if I can find it on here, this right here, this chest plate. You can cut it up and use it as armor, like armor paneling, like this piece right here. You can do that. But all 3 sprues are roughly the same. There's a couple different things on there, but just cool little details, like little greeblies on here. These little mechanical arms you can use, little claws. Every time I look at this, there's just a great kit. There's hoses. There's just like a little knob there if you need to like mount a weapon. I mean, it's there and you can mount a weapon. These arc rifles here look like they're arms, and you just slap them on a guy's arm. It's fantastic. So just replace it with a shoulder. It's like already custom made for that. Same thing with this claw thing. This claw, I'm not sure what it's called. Can't remember at this point. I've seen so much stuff. So, but there's a lot of good kits. This is my number 1 kit. I love this kit. For the kit bashing I do, it is a fantastic kit. That is the Cataphan destroyers, our battle servitors. You can make destroyers or breachers. But when it comes to kit bashing, I am always going to this. When I'm coming to basing, I'm always going to this. So that is it. But I think number 6, the start collecting box for your faction, is a great way to go for basic faction needs. So I'm going to put up the links to all my social media. The links are also in the description of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If so, maybe you could possibly visit my Patreon page and help support the channel and make it grow. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much.